What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Steelers game preview. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2-5, 1-3 on the road, are going on the road to Philadelphia, right across the state, facing the Philadelphia Eagles, who are undefeated, 6-0, 3-0 at home this Sunday, October 30th, 1 o'clock. On ESPN, the matchup predictor, Pittsburgh Steelers are predicted to win 15%. Oh my goodness. Eagles signed a huge veteran defensive end, Robert Quinn, last year at 18.5 sacks. Not producing that much this year, but still a good veteran role that the Eagles defensive line is already insane. Their front seven, their whole defense is very, very good. I'm very nervous as a Steeler fan how our offense is going to do. Our offense has been terrible all year. Doesn't matter who's our quarterback, doesn't matter who's our personnel, who our wide receiver one is. Offensive line's bad, quarterback situation's messed up, play calling's bad. It's going to be scary. Eagles defense, insane. The front seven, like I mentioned, very good run defense, pass defense. Darius Slay playing like a defensive player of the year, one of the best corners in the league this year. It's going to be very, very scary. Looking at the Steelers leaders, Mitch Trubisky has 771 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but 7 interceptions. He threw 3 last week against the Dolphins, a loss that we had. We only scored 10 points. That's exactly why I'm nervous what we're going to do against the Eagles defense. Looking at him on the ground, he has 61 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 of them came in his debut against the Jets. But like I said, a lot of interceptions. Doesn't matter who's that quarterback, we're throwing interceptions. Well, actually, Mitch is better with ball control, but obviously Mitch is a veteran. We expect him to have better ball control. However, Kenny, rookie mistakes. Forced that last pick against the Dolphins last week. Lost us the game when he could have just ran out of bounds. Picked up a couple yards. Rookie mistakes. I still think our offense runs a lot smoother with Kenny Pickett back there. We use our weapons more. Chase Claypool's getting targeted more now. George Pickens getting targeted more now. Of course, Deontay Johnson. Najee's playing a little better, but I just think it's smoother with Kenny Pickett. And Mitch Trubisky did his role against the Buccaneers 2 weeks ago, of course, to win that game. But anyway, Kenny's still our starter. Offensive play calling, still atrocious. But I try to keep this a little unbiased. Anyway, that was the passing leaders for Pittsburgh Steelers. Looking at the Eagles, Jalen Hurts having a very good year. 1,500 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the ground, Najee Harris, 321 yards on 100 carries with only 1 rushing touchdown. Miles Sanders, 485 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Having, of course, a bounce-back year. Was injured a lot last year. Having a solid year this year. Receiving, George Pickens is our leader now. 26 receptions, 338 yards, 1 touchdown. He's basically taking that wide receiver run role as just a rookie. A.J. Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles. 33 receptions, 503 yards, 2 touchdowns. Injury report now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Jackson, cornerback, questionable. Larry Ogunjobi, defensive tackle, questionable. Calvin Austin III, wide receiver, injured reserve. There's been news that, of course, he's going to be sitting down or just out for the rest of the year. They're going to shut him down, is basically what I want to say. TJ Watt, linebacker, defensive player of the year, injured reserve. However, there's some rumors that TJ Watt might have come back. I personally think it's a dumb move. We go to bye week next week. I don't think we have any chance to win against the Eagles on this Sunday. I think there's no reason to force him. Whether he plays or not, we're not going to win this game, mainly because our offense is going to hold us back. Save for after the bye when we're playing New Orleans at home. It'll be a good, comeback game for him. Looking at him now, of course, he only played 1 game against the Bengals, had a sack, 2 pass deflections, 6 combined tackles, QB hit, 3 tackles for losses. Already, of course, in 1 game. Playing like a defensive player of the year that first week. Unfortunately, towards pec, and then also had to get knee surgery. I think his pec was actually cleared a couple weeks ago. It's that knee, though, that he was coming back from. Once again, I'm not a medical professional. I can't say. I'd rather him just sit out, take the bye, come back, fully healthy against the Saints, and I'll be happy with that. Injuries now for the Philadelphia Eagles, only 2. Tyree Jackson, tight end, out. Brandon Graham, defensive end, questionable as of October 26th. Looking at some team stats now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Total yards, we have 311 a game we average. Eagles, 408. Yards allowed, 404 the Pittsburgh Steelers allow, 318 the Eagles allow. That's what I'm saying. The Eagles defense, a lot better than the Steelers defense. And of course the Steelers defense is banged up. A lot of our corners are banged up. They're playing pretty good though. They played pretty good last week. I'm not worried about our defense. I'm worried about our offense. Pass yards allowed. Steelers allow 285 passing yards. Eagles allow 208. Rush yards allowed. Steelers allow 118. Eagles allow 109. Looking at the Steelers' last 5, we lost to the Dolphins in Miami, prime time 16-10. Beat the Buccaneers, very surprising win, but I guess it's not really surprising now. Looking how they're playing, got killed by the Buffalo Bills 38-3. Lost to the New York Jets 24-20. Lost to the Browns 29-17. Looking at the Eagles' last 5, of course, they're all wins, but they beat the Dallas Cowboys 26-17. Beat the Cardinals on the road 20-17. Beat the Jaguars 29-21. Beat Washington on the road 24-8. And beat the Vikings 24-7. So, Eagles have a pretty solid schedule. Some pretty good wins, especially against the Cowboys, Cardinals, and the Vikings. Steelers, of course, had big wins against the Bengals and Buccaneers, but we have a tough schedule. Steelers just had a tough schedule this year. I'm not trying to make no excuses, but if you look at their opponents, the Dolphins, Buccaneers, Bills, Jets, Browns, and Bengals, it's a tough schedule. Just wish they weren't sitting at 2-5. Looking at the standings now for the NFC East, Philly, of course, leading at 6-0, and then pretty sure the Steelers are last in the division. Looking at the spread now, Steelers are plus 11. Money lines plus 400, over under 43. I'll go under. I'll go under because I don't think our Steelers offense is going to score that much. It's of course in Philadelphia, 57 degrees. Predicted tickets as low as $225 for this game. And then of course, like I said, matchup predictor based off ESPN. Eagles are projected to win by 84.9%. It's gonna be rough. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a rough game. I think this is going to be one of our worst games of the year. That in Buffalo. I'm nervous. Battle PA, usually we always do good against the Eagles. This one, though, I think it's going to be pretty bad. Hope you guys enjoyed, though, the preview. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen this Sunday. I'm out. Peace.